And live, another live Diane. Good morning. It is the 10th of April. The 10th of April, 2022. Good morning. Got some sleep. Not enough. It was hard getting to sleep because I'm so excited, Harry, about beginning this road trip to get on the yellow brick road and follow it all the way to the Wizard. And I'm freezing. It's I don't know. It's I get the heat on low, and I was under the covers all day. It wasn't cold then, but I'm freezing now because it's just. I'm gonna make a short video here. We're sticking to 1952 right now. I'm not going back to 1951. Instead, we're not gonna go to the coast. There's frost on April 10th. This is because of the geoengineering they're doing, processing the weather. You can see the absurd-looking Franken clouds. I don't know if you can see them too well here with this, but I can see them very clearly in the sky. Franken clouds. That's a reference to Dr. Frankenstein, mad scientist. Because we have mad scientists at the top of the power structure. Mad. No name. No tag. That's oh God, it is freezing. I gotta do this really quick and then hop in the shower, okay? I gotta open another tab here. And yeah, as I've explained to you guys in the past, that the tab is not the soda, or I mean, you don't even have the soda in 1952. So I go up to you and say I want a tab, and you're gonna think I'm asking you for to place an order, and you want a tab, you're gonna have to buy something. And then you might say Pepsi free. You're Pepsi free, and then in 1952 there's no Pepsi free. They think you're gonna want a free Pepsi, so they're gonna say we want a Pepsi, you're gonna pick for it. And then you say, oh my God, these headlines are like, I mean, how is this? It's 38 degrees right now here, or less. I mean, it's like, where am I? If it's 10:04 today or 4:10, Diane. Remember the clock tower stops at 10:04. There goes Bill. Good old Bill. Seriously. I mean, I know there's a good chance that this whole thing, I can't give everything away about this trip I'm going on. Like what came to me last evening as I'm walking up there in the stars and looking at the beauty, marveling at the stars last night. It was clear, and I could see him, and Orion's down there yonder, like towards Sturbridge. It looks like I'm going to be leaving at least with some radiant golden sunshine and blue skies, maybe all along the way today. I haven't checked the weather schedule, but we got some business here. We had some business. I'm gonna send back the opening of the original Star Wars to George, just to make sure that happens, because I won't be here without Superman. Star Wars are all that. So I've been saying I jumped. I know I did now. Time travel really exists. It's just going out to the field of dreams, the center of it all, in the center of the U.S. I got it in the flux capacitor. I put it in there, so it's 18 hours total to Iowa. I'm not doing that all at once. Oh, no. I've done One time I drove all the way from the edge of Ohio back in one fell swoop, and my old Malibu. And wow, was that tough. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to do the beginning of Star Wars. Don't look at the woman in the red dress, the fox. Don't get trapped into the frivolity right now. My God, is she gorgeous? Don't look. Star Wars soundtrack. Star Wars opening. Where is that? Fine. 1977. And then I'm going to do the song Malibu real quick. From my old car. From my R.I.P. Malibu. He got killed by George Phillips on the crossroads in Lynn right in 2020. And it had over well over 100,000 miles, and I paid it off, and it was in pretty good shape. And I'm sorry for getting verklempt about it. The car, I know it seems stupid, but I loved Malibu. And the place in California. I mean, I think I'm gonna end up going all the way to California with this, because I gotta get to the top. No matter come hell or high water, I gotta go right to the top. For my nieces and for everybody. Not just for me. We all want to be big stars, but we have different reasons for that. Sorry if I was hard. I've been harsh on the so-called Christian guys. It's just I've come down hard on them, but it's really a big problem. Like with moving forward, is this old guard, this vanguard of good old boy so-called Christians, because they're not practicing the teaching. So they don't have no business calling themselves Christian. And as Nietzsche said, the term Christian is already the beginning of confusion. The only Christian died on the cross, okay? And you know, it's like, unless you're willing to do that too, have freaking 9-inch nails hammered through your hands and your feet. Yeah, it is Sunday today too, but that's not why this is happening, why I'm talking like this. I mean, it happens to coincide, of course, because today is the day the clock tower stops, lightning strikes the clock tower. That's what the 10:04 is. It's a reference to 4:10 today. Lightning, the clock tower is struck by lightning. And that's, I'm the clock tower. I'm struck by lightning and I've stopped. No. I want to skip you, and I need to take a shower soon and get going. I got my stuff all. My stuff. Look, I haven't made my bed yet, but cleaned up the Black Lodge. You know, it's ready to go. Ready for me to part ways for a while, and I don't know how long. I told Mike I'd get him May rent. I'll probably be whatever happens. I'm doing okay still with the owls. Thanks to that research grant that I got. I mean, I'm not just that, of course, but I had to blow a lot of what I saved during this COVID insanity. When I had to get off the clock. I just had to let it go. I'm not going to pretend to be a surgeon. I'm not going to play nice with the system and a slave state that you know, they already humiliates you and then demand, and it has all this crap out there about demanding of injections, and I'm not playing nice with it. I'm playing hardball with it, with truth, and throwing fastballs and curveballs and whatever other pitches I can learn now. I couldn't really throw the curveball. That would have been much better if I could have when I was a pitcher and I was a kid, but because I was, or at least a really good changeup, because I was throwing heat every single freaking pitch. I was
kind of a scrawny, lanky kid, and I wanted to strike everyone out, and I almost did. I threw it as hard as I could, like every time, and I could do it with almost pinpoint accuracy. That's the thing. So figured, why not try to blow everyone? I fucked with my elbow, but it's kind of healed now mostly. I had a huge healing when I first went to the island last year, and the island is the island. But there's also another island out there that where I'm heading now, in not Malibu, but Starlink, and my star mobile is Saburu. Reopening the Star Wars. I gotta slow it down. It's the opening original 1977 20th Century Fox fanfare and opening crawl, Star Destroyer Chase. 4K Star Wars original 1977 20th Century fanfare and opening crawl, Star Destroyer Chase. And then we're gonna do Malibu by Miley Cyrus from my old car that got murdered by George Phillips. I'm sorry, George. I know you didn't mean to murder my Chevy with your Chevy truck, but that's what happened. You were turning where you had no business turning, and I normally I would have stopped right away when the light turned yellow, but it would have been more dangerous, I felt, for me to slam on the brakes at that point. And the light wasn't, and I had the right of way, so, and you're, not 79 years old, born 12/4/42, and it's how synchronistic that a guy with birthday 12/4 crashes into me. My first ever car crash, destroys my Malibu, pushes into my knees, airbag goes off, and I didn't have to jump out the passenger side, but I was able to get out my side. But I had to I was only going like 20, thank God. But I didn't, and I slammed on the slammed on the brakes when the impact happened. But the guy's birthday, December 4th, and this happened on February 11th, 2020, exactly a month to the day before the pandemic was declared, and not necessarily at all, because as we were told, it's an invisible enemy. Meaning if it's invisible, if you can't see it, not even under a microscope, where is it? It's nowhere. It's an invisible enemy. But then he says, because he comes from a Ben Horn, because he's just blowing hot air, and he's a front man for the cabal. He went to Fordham. He's initiated. He's serving the materialist cult. He's in an ivory tower. He's not the friend of people, of common men and women, so-called, because he's not himself. He doesn't. He's grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. Okay, we need a grassroots groundswell. He's no better than Biden. Biden is awful, yes, and Kamala Harris, and Obama. What they represent is grotesque, beyond grotesque. It's the evil empire. Okay, and I'm not going to really say any more about that. I'm not sure exactly where it's going, because I gotta get in the shower and get going, because I want to get this show on the road. Yep. This freak show is going on the road, and like I said, I'm not sure how much video I'm going to be doing during it, because I've done so much. But I will see, and I'll check in maybe every now and then as I'm as I'm on the yellow brick road on my way to Oz, to the Emerald City. I've been given Medicus of head, safe passage from the Wizard of the North. The good witch of the North and the good Wizard of the North have given me They've guaranteed my safe passage, and I'm expected the field of dreams. And in Maharishi City, at least I think I am, and I believe I am. Just gonna go and see. Here's the Star Wars opening. I'm sending it back to you, George. A Lucas limited production. Lucasfilm limited production, 1977. I remember David Lynch said one time that he met with Lucas, and Lucas wanted Lynch to work on Star Wars, and Lynch got a really bad headache in Lucas's presence. Interestingly, he had to get away from him. Or he had to just go home. He just wanted to go home. Like they drove. He went on a car ride with him in Hollywood, and it really fast. Apparently Lucas was like zipping through down the roads, and Lynch was like, ah. Just picture that scenario. I love Lynch so much. I don't know about Lucas. I mean, he's I think he's good because of his association with Campbell. But anyway, I have to see Star Wars on Little Boy, or this will never happen. So I have to send this back. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Soundtrack. It's slowed down half, so you're gonna want to obviously speed it up to 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Dharma initiative. Do you know what the word Dharma means? Maybe I'll go to its etymology so you can find out. Or you can go yourself, www.etymonline, not entom, it's not study of bugs, I'm talking about study of word origins, etymonline.com/ just go to the page and enter in the word Dharma. And if you want to, you can do the other half initiative, because it's the same thing as the Blue Rose Task Force. It's the same thing as Mountain Weather. It's the same thing as Fire Walk With Me. All 163, all this part of this bootstrap paradox vortex here. Experiencing interruptions. Find out why. Come on, we're sending this. The obdurate past is pushing back here. Doesn't want this. But it's already happened. Do you understand that, Dana? But it has to be maintained. This is a maintenance operation now, largely. I need help with it. I need to get guidance with it, and I can't do it on my own. And there's more to it that I don't know about. Like I said, I'm everything, but I don't know everything. You too. You alone. You are the everything. Please work here, Scully. Would you please help me out? I need to get in the shower and get going here. I haven't got my coffee. I haven't had any coffee yet. I was able to get like 5 hours, just being so excited, enthused, and just charged up. It's really hard to go to sleep. How do you sleep at night? And I got some, so I got more than enough that I need to get the first leg of the journey done today. Maybe go halfway or something, or a little less. I don't want to. Maybe 9 hours is too much for one day. Maybe I'll just do 4 or 5. If I do 4 hours, 4 or 5 hour stints or so, I should get there by midweek. I'll stop for like, I'll check out. What I'll do is I'll limit my video production. I'll try to anyway for now to like roadside attractions. Another roadside attraction by Tom Robbins, and like the world's largest, that sort of thing. This isn't tear of sorrow. There's all those sorrows in there, but it's bittersweet. There's joy. There's joy that I could never, ever make you understand if you never felt it. But if you felt something like this, then you feel me. It's gratitude mostly, because I don't have any doubt anymore about. So that birth date of George Phillips, the guy who killed my Malibu, he didn't do it intentionally. He's 79 years old. His son showed up on the scene all of a sudden, just like that. If you called him, and he was really disheveled and confused. George Phillips, it seemed, Phillips George. And it was exactly his birthday. The only reason I knew his birthday was, of course, because you have to, for the insurance and all, you have to exchange licenses and cards. And his birthday is December 4th, 1942. And December 4th is my hire date at store 506 in Swampscott. December 4th, 2004. 12404. So you're telling me it's just a coincidence that a guy with a 124 birthday kills my car? And I nodded again, and I end up okay, but my first ever kidney stone passes within an hour of that. I end up in the freaking emergency room. Not because of the car crash, but anyway, I was hired on 12/4, and then a guy with a birthday 12/4, as I'm going to that store, but just in a different town. No longer in Swampscott, but Saugus. I'm like, you're telling me that's just a coincidence? And it was exactly a month before 3/11/3/11 when the pandemic was declared. I mean, give me a fucking break. Not a coincidence. Mere coincidence. Obviously coincidence, but it's meaningful. Let's look into synchronicity. Here's your homework today. Etymology of Dharma and etymology, because it's a Sanskrit Vedic word that's very important to know. What's the other one? The word I just said. Lucasfilm Limited Production. Bootstrap paradox you're witnessing here, and whether you believe it or not, it is happening. I know it now. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars. That's what it's called, George. Joseph too. Maybe you're the one who gave it to George. I don't know, but you're the one who heard this. It is a period of civil war. This is credits. You want to roll them going slow back, so people can read it. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil galactic empire. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship, custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. Now, Malibu. Hi, Miley. Hey, Miley. How you doing? This is for you. No. What's going on here? So the song here is very important for you and for me. So here you go, Miley, Osiris. Sorry, it took so long to get right on schedule. 10-4, 4:10. Clock's tower. Buck stops here. San Francisco's the end of the line. Clock tower stops. 10-4. Eternity is active. Time is conquered. And God bless you, and may God's love be with you always. Okay? It's more important that I get the words back here. It's not necessarily that I do it perfectly or sing perfectly. Okay, that's been the case with all of this. With all of the songs that I've done all the time in Studio B. I'm not going into Studio B right now for this. And like the 6 hours or 8 hours of concert I did yesterday. It's not about me exclusively. It's not for me and alone. And you will understand one day if you don't right now, I assure you. Maybe really soon. You won't think I'm a crazy guy. You won't call me names anymore. Call me conspiracy theorists and all this crap. Marginalize me. That time is coming to an end. Thank God. Because it hasn't been fun. Most being a freaking, getting looked down at by the thought police in the society. Who don't think any thoughts of their own. So anytime they hear someone else or see someone else who's having thoughts of his or her own, they hate it. That guy at the freaking diner who I didn't even see, but who the lovely man I was talking to, the trucker, said that, oh, you annoyed that guy. You annoyed that guy. Because I said that, like I've said in the videos, get me the grassroots, pull me up out of the grassroots, put me in there, and have a legitimate populist movement instead of the freaking fake artificial one of that guy in the orange man in the ivory tower who's obviously not one of us, not blue collar background. What the fuck? You think that you think he's legit and really cares? Like that's how he's playing on your fucking gullibility and your vulnerability, or the fact that you want to believe. That's just how it is. And you gotta leave this whole in the zealot quality of the base. This It's a religious thing. They see him as they've taken all of their love of Jesus Christ and put it onto the orange man, which is messed up. So ride me in on a wave of populism, and first day in office, one sweep of the pen, the United States federal government is gone. And government is gone. The evil disease of government, which is a piss poor substitute for God. Government is the God in this freaking system. That's why when you say something like what I just said in public, look, that guy's sick or evil or whatever. When the First Amendment guarantees me the right to say that or anything with my mouth. Actually, and that right comes as long as I'm not doing any harm to anybody. Not, disturbing the peace or anything. But am I disturbing the peace when I say that sitting in a diner talking to Rachel there and Trucker next to me, and because they are resonant with me? Like Rachel I saw her face starts going all funny as I'm saying it. It's like, ooh, because she works there, right? And she doesn't want anyone to be. It's like these environments of corporate, no matter what it is, even a little diner. If they're artificial and you can't speak, they don't allow you. They're like no free speech zones. This whole PC garbage. They had to get Carlin out of the way in 2008 so they could go forth with it. They don't hear anything from Andrew Dice Clay anymore, do you? No, or any of the really so-called racy comedians. No, that's not funny. It's not funny when he says, my wife says to me, I want it to be 12 inches and I want it to hurt. I want it to be 12 inches and I want it to hurt. Well, poke you 2 times and push in the face. Oh, that's not funny anymore. Because we're in PC land, personal computer, political correctness world now, where everyone's fucking zombies. Zombie, what's in your head? Well, the fucking Mother Earth is being... Anyway. I'm gonna go Malibu and take a shower. I'm all packed, ready to go. I'm looking for this is gonna be really fun. Fill up my coffee mug and begin driving west, young man. I know I have to go away, but I'm not skipping town, but for right now I do. I'm not vacating this premises. I'm gonna make my bed while this freaking crap is not loading, because it doesn't want me to send this back to her. Didn't want me to send Star Wars back. Didn't want me to do any of that. What I've done, because I spoiled plans, their plans. That's what I'm here to do. Humanity is not meant to live in a slavelandia. On the clock, affixed to the clock tower, crucified, dead, well, alive still. It's not what's meant for humanity. Do you understand that? And it's not a question to me. It's not a debate. And the reason I'm so verklempt saying it is because I feel it. I can feel it. And I give a flying. You know what? Dude, you did real good not dropping the F-bomb there. I'm proud of you, dude. You're doing good. I know it hurts. I know this is hard. I know this is hard work because you're not seeing any immediate kind of signs of rewards or anything, and all you're getting is laughed at and whatnot by your ignoramus peers who are all equivalent to a freaking high school popularity contest society. But people will come, Ray. People will come. They'll come to Iowa. For it's money they have and peace they lack. Yeah, people will come, Ray. People most definitely will come. They'll sit in the bleachers and they'll watch the game. And the past will be so thick they'll have to brush it away from their faces. Baseball has marked the time. I really wish that I'm just gonna read the lyrics. I'm gonna go to the lyrics. I don't even need to do this karaoke thing. What am I doing? Does it just give out? Can you please just, Dana, can you, I know my internet connection sucks. It's just this tethered freaking smartphone connection, but can you help me please right now and just get this and get this to me quick and stop this freaking crap of showing me the Ouroboros over and over again and you know, wasting my fracking time. I know time can't be wasted, but I got to use the bathroom and I got to take a shower. Okay, can you just help me do this one song for her and for everybody, because it's really beautiful, and I want to sing it for my car, my dead car. I'm just relegated to the junk heap after all that dedicated service over 10 years, like 3 trips to Santa Fe. I did love that car, you know. Come on. Forget this. I'm just doing it myself. Just going to the lyrics. I think maybe if I go over to the close to the flux capacitor, okay? Please stop that. Because they're human beings like you and me, and they're not perfect. They're beautiful souls, artists, wizards, and witches. Never came to the beach, stood by the ocean. Never sat by the shore, under the sun, my feet in the sand. You brought me here, and I'm so happy that you did. George Phillips, I'm happy you killed my car, because now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. Thank you, little Kyle, for teaching me to swim. I never went boating. Don't get how they're floating. And sometimes I get so scared of what I can't understand. You're just going down to the lyrics because the video is not going to play all the way through. I'm sorry that I did sell a lot of the stuff that I said over the years was wrong, very much wrong. And I'm sorry for all the wrong things I said, for being wrong so much. And I don't want to be anymore, ever. So I'm just going to do this myself and send it back with love. I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean. I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand. But you brought me here, and I'm happy that you did. 'Cause now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. Dude, pull yourself together. You need to go to the bathroom, take a shower, and get on the road. All right. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. I never went boating, don't get how they're floating, and sometimes I get so scared of what I don't understand. But here I am, next to you. The sky's more blue in Malibu, next to you in Malibu, next to you, baby. We watched the sun go down as we were walking. I'd spend the rest of my life just standing here talking. You would explain the current as I just smile, hoping that you'll stay the same and nothing will change, and it'll be us just for a while. Do they even exist? That's when I make the wish to swim away with the fish. Is it supposed to be this hot all summer long? I never would have believed you if 3 years ago you told me I'd be here writing this song. But here I am, next to you. The sky's so blue in Malibu, next to you in Malibu, next to you, baby, next to you. The sky is so blue in Malibu, baby, next to you. We are just like the waves that flow back and forth. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning, and you're there to save me. And I want to thank you with all of my heart. It's a brand new start, a dream come true in Malibu. Love you. Namaste, aloha. I'm about to get on the road again.